Well, I was just chatting with someone about men and women peeing and pea gardens and composting toilets in Orcas Islands up in Washington State. And it's really cool. I got to write about that stuff. I got to explain my thoughts better and the details of, in this case, how men and women pee differently. It's interesting. But we're going to instead talk about something else, and that's the forest fire going on behind me. The dangerous forest fire. Well, it's not that dangerous. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiny little forest fires going on that are beautiful. They're wonderful. Now, you might be against forest fires, and I've had my own experiences with them, believe me. But in this case, it's a good thing. Because what we're doing is we're taking some branches and we're burning them down, kind of imitating what would be natural forest fires that would occur in an uncontrolled way. And we're going to be able to then plant those places with other things. So forest fires happen. That's a natural process. There's lightning and things that happen, and of course humans cause forest fires too. And but you know, it's part of the biological process. The other thing you can do with dead wood is that mushrooms can eat it. There can be mycology and stuff going on, mycelium that eats the wood and returns it to the soil. But it's actually really good for the soil to burn stuff. Now the rains have come, because normally I'm really scared of forest fires. I've had a lot of experience with forest fires at this point, more than I would like. And so in this case, we're clearing land for human use, and also because I want to put a big park right here. It's going to be really interesting and really exciting. But I want it to be a very biologically active park. I don't want it to be a park where humans use it, trample it down, pave it all. I want to have something different than that. I want to have a whole different style of how we deal with land, the forest, and biology. So, damn, there's a lot of shit going on right now. It's pretty cool. We got a lot of seeds we've collected, huge amounts. And hi, honey. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Good job, you're a good boy. And so it's actually a fairly complex bunch of things going on, but it's an exciting day. Hey, me gusta. Ese es muy loco. Pero con la lluvia es seguro.
Es un día perfecto.
Yeah. There's a lot of clouds right now. This is my friend here. He's helping out with this and controlling it. Hay que controlarlo un poco todavía. Voy a perder este poste, ¿no?
No.
¿No?
Voy a intentar a ver si no.
Okay, well, vamos a ver.
Sí.
Wow. Pero la verdad, vas a tener muchos lugares para poner semillas.
Sí.
Muchos. Este año va a ser muchos éxitos.
Sí.
Okay. So the cool thing is about burning this is that places where there was a forest fire, and they burn stuff down at the lake around here to clear the fields, you know, to plant them. Now, I don't want to do it that much. This is a very selective thing, and this doesn't happen every year. In fact, it's never happened right here at all. In my whole time here, there's never been a forest fire, ever. And so this is good for the land, and I've been here 17 years now. And so you think in a natural setting, maybe how often should a forest fire happen? I don't know. It depends on the environment, the place, etc. But certainly, you know, you can imagine that every 20 years or so, it's probably good for the soil to have a fire come through. And yeah, some animals will die, but some mushrooms will benefit, like morels, for example. Morel mushrooms, morel, I don't know what they're called. They often come up after a forest fire. And we have native plants here that pioneer places where there was a fire. Now, we're going to try and be the pioneers instead, because the kinds of plants that come in after a forest fire aren't the kinds we generally like. They're, well, one of them's really poisonous, and I don't like it. And so here, in a very close-in place, because the other forest fires have been in kind of far-out places, you know, this one's going to be right in the center. And we're going to plant the heck out of it. And we're going to use seeds to nitrogen fix the soil. We're going to put in plants that we enjoy for whatever reason. A lot of times we start with annuals and then we move to perennials. Perennials, of course, often being the preferred plant, you know. But I don't know. And we still got, I mean, we're burning 6 fires here that are pretty big. That's not small by my standards. And so the truth is, this is a tiny percentage of the area that we're burning. Now it's a larger percentage of the biomass. You know, I've got things over here like that. You know, I got ambitions. You know, for the development of this area biologically. Oh, hi, honey. How are you? Oh, you good boy. Yeah, you good boy. Okay, boy. And so, you know, could this wood be used in a better way? Sure, it could be used for cooking or something. But since forest fires are sort of a natural part of the biological system, and people write about things like biochar, for example, and they often make things, I think, more difficult than they need to be. I'm not against biochar. There's also hugelkultur, which is using wood and burying it, and there's all these things we can do. Just burning it straight up. Just simple methods. Why are you licking my foot? You're a weirdo. Why you lick my hand? Why? Dogs are so weird. I like them. And so, anyway, the big picture is we burn and we plant. And today, there's clouds out, it's been raining. We don't have a risk of causing a forest fire, although that's partly because my friend here is being very careful, and he's got a lot of fires going on. It's kind of scary, but he's on it. And the way that we're developing this land, you know, I'm a little concerned he'll kill a few trees in the process, and that's probably true. But the trees are replanting all the time. And so there's, you know, a destructive and creation process in being a people who manages land in a way that creates more biodiversity, and also more biodiversity that is useful to people. Over there we're burning a fire over an electrical cable that's buried. I don't know how that's going to go. But luckily that electrical cable is not important, and we can always redig it up and place it. Entonces, ¿qué piensas en total de este proceso?
¿Está bien?
Yeah?
Sí, hay que quemar porque se ve muy... No se ve bien, no me gusta.
I see. He says it doesn't look very good, all these branches around here.
De cualquier manera.
Yeah, estoy de acuerdo.
Y también...
Más limpio.
Sí, también a ver si... No sé, quiero intentar ahí donde está éxtasis también ahí para ver si puedo quemar un poco, porque
Es posible.
limpiar algo,
Sí.
porque y ahorita es el tiempo, porque después va a estar muy mojado.
Ah, sí. Entonces hay una oportunidad
Ujú.
cuando empiezan las lluvias, pero
Ujú.
después va a ser difícil.
Ya va a ser más difícil,
Okay.
más tardado.
Yep.
Ahorita está más o menos bien.
Sí, no, ese es perfecto. Es muy controlado, no tengo miedo.
Sí, yo también, ¿no?
Ya. Pero tienes que 6 en total.
Sí.
Ya.
1, 2, 3, 6, como 6.
Ya, algo. Qué bueno, es bueno por, la verdad es bueno por la tierra,
Sí,
porque en la naturaleza va a ser un incendio cada 20 años, más o menos, ¿no?
sí.
Y en este lugar, yo tengo 17 aquí y no era nada de
No.
incendio.
No, yo creo que aquí tiene muchos años, muchos.
Ya,
Más de 30 años, yo creo.
muy
Ujú.
probable,
Sí.
30 años sin incendio.
Sin incendio.
Y también yo tengo interés en qué va a pasar con los hongos aquí, porque cambiamos mucho.
Cambiamos.
Y mi sugerencia es que debemos colectar hongos viejos alrededor y ponerlos, y la mayoría no van a sobrevivir, pero necesitamos los mycelia. ¿Conoces la
Sí,
palabra mycelia?
Sí, las esporas o algo así.
Sí, algo dentro del suelo, y esos también va a ser parte del sistema.
Sí. La masilia.
Yeah, mycelia. No, bueno, excelente. Muchas gracias por todo ese trabajo.
Sí.